Hi everyone, so nice to see you. For a while there we thought there was going to be no more community TV, but we got 3 more years, yay! So I'm Carol and welcome to Over 50 So What? Now, what is your attitude to aging? Today we're going to discuss with Laraine Dunn why it's so important to have a positive attitude to aging. Now recently someone said to me, I really enjoy watching your fitness segment. Watching? That's not the idea. You're supposed to join in. So clear a space on the floor, get up and join in if you can, or just join in where you are. Now for those of you out there who have been thinking about creating your own birthday cards or other papercraft, we're going to meet the lovely Tracy, and she's going to show us some amazing creations in 3D cards, gift boxes and sculptures. Enjoy the show. Today we continue our Aging with Attitude conversation with legendary pocket rocket Laraine Dunn. Laraine still works as a speaker, author and fitness instructor. Her areas of expertise include 2 master's degrees in exercise, aging and attitudes. Laraine in her 60s cycled 9,000 kilometres around Australia, including cycling on her own across the Nullabor. She's been quad biking and skydiving in the Namibian desert, and also whitewater rafting down the Zambezi. We continue our conversation where Laraine challenges us to really think about our attitudes to aging.
I want everyone to think about what they think about aging and how, are we caught up with it because it's something that we've always worried about, or it's just being passed down and it's just information, but there's no actual scientific evidence to say that at 57 you should be doing this and this, and this was what happens to your body. It's just, we can't define it.
I'm just going to give you a personal example there. I've had people say to me in the last 12 months, at your age you should just retire, and I'm like, why do I want to retire? I mean, and all my friends like yourself, they're all working into their 70s, so there's that stereotype, you hit a certain age, that's it, you retire, you just do the gardening and that's it.
Or you could retire and go adventuring, and what I'm trying to do is a blend of both. I'm working because one, I still feel that I have a lot to offer with my beliefs and not beliefs, but just with my track record and belief about capacity. There's so much, we have so much capacity, but we let it go because we think, oh, we're all older now, we should be sitting down more, or, we don't know. People put their hand in the air, and that might be putting their hand in the air rather than like that, and we lose that capacity to put our hand in the air because we just don't do that. We don't do our full range of movement, so we lose our capacity. So, I strongly believe that we need to be maintaining our limitless boundaries as far as physical activity and what our bodies can and can't do. I know that I can't ride my bike as fast as what I used to even 10 years ago, but I'm still out there riding my bike. I know I can still ride, say 120 kilometres, which I could do 20 years ago. My capacity to do that hasn't changed. My speed has, but everything else hasn't. So it just, things slow down, but we want to maintain our capacity to do things.
There's been some studies on aging and attitudes towards aging and how that impacts a person's life and health. Can you expand on that?
Certainly can. Yale University did studies over a 22-year period about perceptions of aging, lifespan and survival rates. And self-perception of aging had a greater impact on survival than did gender, socioeconomic status, loneliness and functional health. Adults who develop positive attitudes to aging or about aging lived 7.6 years longer than peers who had negative attitudes. Positive attitudes to aging had a greater effect on lowered blood pressure, cholesterol, and increased your lifespan by 4 years. Positive attitudes to aging had a great effect on exercise, weight loss, non-smoking status, and they sort of added 1 to 3 years. Positive self-perceptions prolonged life expectancy. Negative self-perceptions diminished life expectancies. So self-expectations, they found that they strongly affect the health. So those who had the most negative stereotypes had poorer health.
So to sum it all up, if you're positive
Yep.
about the aging process, not only do you live longer, but you're a happier person living longer.
Absolutely.
So Laraine, you're an absolute example of aging with attitude. What have you still got on your bucket list, things that you want to do?
Like I've said, and I hate the word bucket list because it means that I've got to do all these things. We've had our hands tied for the last 3 years. I was hit by a car, so I had to recover from that. It's challenges to my balance, and I had some broken limbs. But I want to ride my push bike solo from Adelaide to Darwin, whether or not I go Darwin-Adelaide or Adelaide-Darwin. From the research that I've done, either way, I'm going to get headwinds at one stage or another. And then I want to ride my push bike from Darwin to Perth, and then from Perth to Cape Leeuwin. So that way I will have ridden my push bike, circumnavigated Australia, gone across, and then up the guts. So I want to do all that by the time I'm 80 rather than my bucket list. And then I might ride New Zealand. I want to be the best grandmother I can be. So I give my grandchildren different perspectives of older people and aging, so that they have great learning and insight into older people. And I want to still be a good role model in the fitness industry. I think longevity used to be personal trainers 2.5 years. So I've got 34 years still going. And with my exercise classes, I have 5 90-year-olds. I've got 2 that have been coming for 34 years. My 4 90-year-olds get down on the floor, and 3 of them can still do planks. So because we maintain our capacity. So and the reality is the majority of older people are healthy and active, particularly those under 80 years old. You know, we will get to a time that we get frailer and age, and that's the cycle of life. But to be as strong and as fit for our age that we can be, that's our challenge, and really that's our duty.
Thanks, Laraine, for all your expertise to discuss aging with attitude. We're going to keep living every day. We know if we stay positive about aging, we're going to be healthier, live longer, and we're going to enjoy every day so much better.
Exactly right. Go well, everyone. Thanks for having me, Carol.
Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe, and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50, so what?